fellow collectors, and welcome to Long's Toys. Today we are taking a look at the DX Chemy Riser from Kamen Rider Gotchard, and this is the item they use to draw in the Chemys and capture them, much like a Pokeball or a Ghost Trap. I believe Valvarad has his own, but this is the one used by Gotchard and the other Alchemy students. Comes with two cards here. We have Hawkstar, so now with Sabo Needle that we got back in the Gotchard collection panel, we can finally make that new form we've seen on the show, Needlehawk. And it also comes with the search card, which they use to kind of hunt down and detect if Chemys are close by. So pretty standard packaging here. You got Gotchard featured very prominently here on the right. Spinning it around, we got just kind of showing you can put a blank one in to capture. You can clip onto the belt of the driver. Tells you about the card packs that are available. Up here shows you hitting the large gray button for sounds, putting the search card in, putting some of the other cards in. I guess it also works to like release them as well. Over here we just have a picture of Gotchard and what comes in the box. Kind of a similar thing going on over here. And then down here, not too much going on, but you will need 2 AAA batteries. So no batteries included with this one, which is a bummer. But going to go ahead and get this out of the packaging here, and we'll take a closer look. So here's the Chemy Riser out of the box. Of course, you get the Chemy Riser itself, and then we get these 2 new Ride Chemy trading cards. So we'll take a look at them real quick. Here, first we have Hawkstar. Looking very cool, very nice and shiny. I like the holofoil on that. Plus, I just think he looks really cool. He is number 6, and of course, he is an animal type. TCS 19. And then we get the search card, which doesn't really have much going on, but it just kind of says map, has some little icons over here. Looks like it's kind of zeroing in GPS-wise. And then this is also TCS 020. Nothing on the back there because it, doesn't have a match. But 2 very cool cards. We'll put them off to the side for the moment so we can take a look at the Chemy Riser. It's pretty simple, but I think it's really fun. I like it a lot. Of course, we have the translucent orange motif carrying through. You can really see the speaker there very prominently right in the center. Now, I guess they just have a couple holes around here for the sound to come through, but it works perfectly fine. You can hear everything, no problem. You also have this clip, so if you want to put it on the belt, or even really just like a pants pocket or anything, it's a really nice, easy to access clip there. And then underneath the clip, we have the on and off switch, which we'll get to in a moment. Obviously, this is where you load the cards in. It is a full reader. It can read all of the cards. I'll do a couple just for demonstration purposes. I'm not going to have it read everything, but the button is right here. You kind of want to, the directions tell you to press towards the front of it because not the whole thing presses down, just kind of the front does. And then the little handle here just swings around to the front like so. It's a little tight. I will say my hand, I can fit about 3 fingers through there, so it's not the most comfortable, but it is still pretty neat. I'm going to go ahead and turn it on here. Oh, I forgot to mention it does take 2 AAA batteries. The panel is right here. So you would depress this little piece right here. This would slide off. You load in your 2 batteries, pop it back on. So with that, now I will turn it on. So it says Chemy Riser, says its name when you turn it on. If you don't have any cards loaded in and you hit the button, just get kind of a cool generic firing sound. If you pop in the search card and you have to put the barcodes towards the inside. So now you're in search mode. So it says Chemy hit, meaning it found something, and then it tells you what kind. So that time it was an insect. So we had an animal that time. Vehicle Chemy. That was a job, Chemy. So that was artifact. Was a plant one. Okay, so it's a vehicle. So I think it's random because the first time I did it, it didn't do that same order. And it didn't cycle back through around to insect. So I think it is kind of random. So it gave us insect that time. So I don't think it cycles around because we did hear vehicle twice. But I could be wrong about that. Maybe I'm just misremembering. But it should go through all of them, maybe not necessarily in the same order, which I think is pretty cool. So that's what the search one does. So we'll pop that out. And then if we pop in the other card that we got, Hawk Star. Get some good standby music. So it says Chemy Rise, and then it'll say the name of the card. And then that's pretty much it. So it just has that same, I think it says Chemy In, I could be wrong, but that second sound is always the same, with one exception, which we'll get to. So that's it for the cards that came with it, but we do have some other cards we can try. So first off, I just wanted to try a couple other ones just for fun. Here is a Legend Rider card. So it says the name of the rider. That's really cool. I kind of expected it just to say Kamen Rider, but it actually said 01. And then again, that second sound is the same. And since we're going to be using him in a bit, we have Sabo Needle at the ready. So again, that second sound is always the same. Now, I did say that there was one exception, and there is one exception, and that, of course, is Hopper 1, because Hopper 1 is kind of like his little friend that he always has hanging out with him outside of the card, so you get a bunch of phrases and sounds for him. I love the little angry one. And then we're back to that sound that they all make. So he has like 4 or 5 little hopper sounds. Really adorable. Gotta love that. But all the other ones just say the name and then that Chemy In, whereas Hopper 1 has the kind of little, friend sounds that he makes. So that is the one exception. Now, the last thing we can do with this, of course, is to load in a blank one like we're going to capture someone. So there you go. It says Chemy Capture, and it kind of makes this pulsating sound, and then I guess that's like a triumphant sound. I think there is a failure sound. I'm going to try a couple times because I thought when I was trying it out, I got a sound that sounded like more sad. There you go. So yeah, I guess there is a failure sound. So there's a sound for being successful with the capture and a sound for failing the capture. I think that's really cool. But those are the only 2 possible sounds. So it'll say Chemy Capture, and then you either fail or succeed. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I do think it's cool that it's got a full reader. I do appreciate that. It's got sounds for like a firing sound when there's no cards inside. You have the search mode, which has all the different categories. You have the ability to read all the cards to say their name, plus the extra sounds for Hopper 1. So I think it's fun. I mean, there's not a lot to it, but I feel like it has a decent amount of play value, and I'm pretty happy with it. So kind of fun. I don't really love that the on and off switch is underneath the clip, but I guess I understand it. But I do like how it can get really compact, because if this had to stay out like this, I feel like it would take up a lot of room, especially if you want to clip it to the belt. I think that's awesome that this can fold in, clips right onto the belt, very secure, and doesn't take up a ton of space. Or even if you just want to store it on a shelf or something, you know, not taking up a lot of space. So that's really cool. So now that we have Starhawk and Sabo Needle, we can go ahead and make our new form, Needlehawk. And just for fun, I thought it would be interesting to try the search card and a blank card. Oh, and of course, it doesn't read it. Let's try it again. There we go. So I actually like this one a lot more than I thought I was going to. I didn't expect it to have as much functionality as it does. It's got a full reader, which I think is really cool. I can even read the Legend Rider card, so it can read everything. I think that's really great. Comes with some cool cards. I think the search card is really fun. You know, the functionality of popping that in, it kind of makes the sound like it's searching. It finds something, and then it tells you one of the categories to let you know what it's found. That's really fun. I think putting the blank one in for the capture with the having either the success or the failure sound, I think is really cool. Just all in all, there's a lot of cool functionality in this, and I think it's a lot of fun. Again, we get Hawk Star, so now we can make Needlehawk, which is a really cool form. I like that suit quite a bit. So I definitely recommend checking it out, but let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Please like, share, and subscribe. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and as always, thanks so much for watching.